Hello again, toy collectors. We have some new branded buses for me, at least. I've never heard of these. I just picked them up locally. They look like they're somewhat super deformed, and then this one literally looks like a cartoon. It has like eyebrows or something on it, whereas this one does not. So when I open this thing up, there's something molded into the base here, and it says touch-rail.com.tw, and so the website you see here is that website, which I'm going to go over right now once we get these cases out of the way. These cases are pretty decent, pretty rigid plastic. There's some sort of hologram there. So this website here, it's they make train toys, not, and to some extent some scale models, like these are 1/150 N gauge railroad train sets, I guess. But if I go to all goods, you can just see here small pullback trains. So some of these trains look just super deformed. Some of them literally look like cartoon cars, like they literally have cartoons printed on them. So interesting. I couldn't find anything for buses though. If I go to, these are kind of interesting, Bigfoot cars, but I don't see anything like a bus in this. Anyways, you can check out the website yourself, obviously. So let's just take a look at these toys here. Let's start with this guy. So it actually has molded details on the side, all those panel lines and stuff, so that's good. And then naturally it's printed. It's not a sticker, I don't think. It's just actually tampo printed, so that's good for longevity. And then the tires, are they rubbery? Well, I don't. If they're rubbery, they're extremely hard rubber. I guess that's what they are, really hard rubber. They're not plastic. The wheels are molded nicely enough, you know, some nice lug nut details and stuff. Let's see here. Going to the front, nice molded and painted lights. This little center badge here. A license plate looks good. Some printed on wiper blades. The window's completely opaque. And then this is tampo printed up here. And then it actually has mirrors. And they're actually fading pink, so that's, or purple. So interesting paint application there. This side, yeah, I guess the graphic is different, right? Well, this side has no door. No doors, so people board it here. Just one door to get on this guy. Alright. Yeah, some details there, but no black paint. And then this is generally flat. There's a little bit of molding right here, but the taillights are totally flat, just printed on. And then the license plate, and I guess another registration plate printed on. Alright, up top we do have some molded details of like air conditioning systems or ventilation, escape hatch probably there. It's really compressed though, it's not sticking out much at all. And then on the bottom it does have this website again, and there's two screws holding together, and I have to assume this is a pullback toy. What? I think it's an inertia toy. I think there's literally like a flywheel inside of this, and it helps keep its momentum. See, it just took off, right? But let's see if I can do it backwards. Yep. So that's a new one for me. This, you know, most of these cartoonish things I have are pullback toys, where you pull them back and the spring charges and then the thing takes off forward. But interesting, an inertia flywheel driven toy. Cool. Alright. Let's get to this one here. So this looks like an older style of bus. It's got the corrugated paneling here. Same wheels as the last one. Tires are still just as hard. And this one's much flatter up on the top part, it looks like. Yeah, much less molded detail on this one. You know, only this rib is sticking out. Everything else looks like it's just printed. I mean, it's printed well. Well, I guess the bumper does stick out a little bit. And this one has mirrors pointing upwards now, and they're just black. Alright. So a little foreshortened door, the ribbing here. This is pretty much flat up here. Well, maybe not. I can actually, when I run my finger across the windows, I can feel these frames, but they're very, very shallow. Alright, some ribbing here and nice printing. So all the printing is quite nicely done. It's all well centered and placed where it should be. 2 escape hatches there. I think that's where maybe the plastic flows into the mold. And then, yeah. So, interesting. Really interesting. Let me get a coaster out and we'll compare it to some choro-q buses. Alright, here's a standard size choro-q bus. This is like a CNG powered bus. And you'll see it's much, much shorter. Here's a Hino Poncho bus. Nice details on that one. And then this one is a choro-q, but it's much longer. But still not as long as these Taiwan buses. So let me now start pulling out some larger, longer buses. choro-q made this articulated bus, and that's actually longer. And they also made this Japan Railways Neoplan Megaliner, and that is just a mega bus. So it's one of my favorites with the 4 axles. Tiny, or Toy, I think it's a Toy East. They have this Q bus. This is some sort of double decker that runs around either Taiwan or Hong Kong. And then there's a brand called QB Art or Jotis.com, and they have this double decker. What is it? It says it's a Condor Dragon, as far as the name of that bus. Alright. So, seems like these Taiwan buses are kind of on the larger side, but there are larger buses, super deformed. Alright, let's let these guys spin on their own. Alright, naturally I don't like the cartoon eyes on that older style of bus, but they're pretty cool. I mean, they have nice wheels. That whole flywheel thing is pretty interesting if you actually like to play with your toys. All the printing on these are pretty nice. So unfortunately what I don't know is how many other buses they may have made. It's just not on their website. So there's also nothing relating to the date or the age of these things. There's a serial number on the hologram, but there's no date of manufacture. So we don't know how old these things are. If you guys know, please leave a comment when these were roughly put out. Okay, well thank you guys. I'll continue my super deformed bus collecting ways, and I guess I'll see you at the next bus stop. Alright, bye.